Good morning, everyone, and I want to thank each and every one of you for being with us today. I thank God for each and every one of you that are here with me today in spirit. So, first and foremost, I want to let all my prayer warriors know that this week we are going to be praying for the strength and the courage, not just for ourselves, but for all of our people. Amen. So, I've been asking myself, why did God choose a wreck like me? You know, I've been praying hard, and I've been asking God for a good thing. Y'all do know what that is, right? So, I met an individual whom I believe is just that, amen. God is so good to me even when I am not so good to myself. And I know that to be a fact. Amen. So we've been getting a little hate mail since we started this thing, and that just lets me know that we are on the right track. Amen. Anytime the devil shows up, you know you are on the right track. Amen. So I definitely want to give a big shout out to the haters. Okay. If it weren't for you, I really would be maybe a little bit depressed right now, thinking that I wasn't doing the right thing. But thank you so much for letting the devil out and letting me be able to see that I am on the right track with this. Now, some of you have asked, what does it mean that when I say that I am a different type of minister? What does that mean? And what that means is that I am not going to be taking no mess from no one whatsoever. Okay? I am on a path that God has put me on, and I will not be deterred. But good luck trying, okay? I forgive you, by the way. Like Job, God has allowed the devil to place his hands in my life, and I recognize those things, and the God that I serve is my protector. He is my provider, and I shall not want and I shall not fear, okay? Amen. So we've been talking about forgiveness, and so everyone says, oh, I forgave them, that person that hurt me, you know, that person that has done me wrong, done wrong by me. I forgave them, and yet we are wondering why our batteries are not fully charged. Well, I can tell you, and I'm no mechanic by any means, but I can see that it is because you have not fully forgiven. There is a connection there that has not yet been repaired. Okay? Amen? So, forgiveness means something. And just because you say you forgave somebody, it's easy to say that, but forgiveness means something, and it means that you have fully forgiven. Okay? Now, I heard someone say that, well, they say, oh, I forgave them, but I'm not going to forget. I think I said something about this the last time, and you're just going to have to go back and look at that, okay? Now, again, forgiveness does mean something, and just because you think that you have forgiven someone because you said so, it doesn't mean that, and just because you forgive someone, it doesn't mean that that offense did not happen. It doesn't mean that that thing that person did is not there. That wound that they caused you, that hurt that person caused you, is not there. That is your scar. Okay? Now, I heard someone say too that, you ain't no man of God because you ain't got this and you ain't got that. Now, you guys are steady trying to prove God's presence by material things. Whenever you want to see something and to let you know what I've been through, and I told you in part two a few of those things that I've gone through, a few of those things in a nutshell that scarred me. But yes, no, I am here to tell you that no, I am no impersonator, and yes, God is still working on me. Amen. No, just because you have a big church doesn't make you successful. No, sir. I tell you to see my success. All you have to do is look at the Son of God, Jesus Christ. Look at the nails. And I say, look at me and see the nails. See where I have been crucified. You can see my scars. You see my wounds that tell a story. And I am not ashamed. I am not ashamed to show my Christianity. And Christianity ain't something that you can hide. Okay? To make people think that that you perfect. Because you ain't perfect. Ain't nobody in this world perfect. There was only one that walked the streets that's perfect. And that's Jesus. Okay? Now, God is always looking for the one that is not all the way there. A lot of you church people will first you'll judge a man or a woman by one moment in that person's life. One moment. And we all have doubts. We all are struggling. We all have our struggles with something. Your wife or your husband may not know what you're struggling with, but we all have our struggles. I know that there are some of you out there who are doubting Thomas, who just won't believe, and that's an honest state of mind. That's an honest state of mind. I'm one of those people. I have to see it to believe it. And so I definitely understand that. So no, I'm going to tell you this is you have to have faith. So I'm going to pray for your faith. And if you don't have any faith, you cannot sustain the trials of life. And I'm going to tell you, I have been through the fire. I have been through the heartaches, the headaches, the letdown, the bad news, the deaths in the family, the deaths of my friends and my loved ones, the empty bank accounts, the sitting around wondering when the lights are going to get turned back on, the sitting around wondering what I'm going to eat today, the sitting around wondering if it's going to get too cold in this car for me tonight. You can't tell me what I've been through, and I don't have a crystal ball, so I cannot allow you to see all of my past. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Amen. Now, even if I had one, I probably would not, let you see it, just because. Now, but I want you all to know, who we are, as a ministry. We are here to help everyone, but particularly our fathers. We want to heal our families. And I know that there are a lot of families out there today that are broken because there is no father in that household. Okay? Now, you have to have faith in order to, again, sustain the trials of life. And I want you all to know that these are all of these things that have happened in my life, my wounds. I want you to know that they represent my imperfections, but they do not define me. Okay? And I want all of my people who are perfect and have no sin to leave a message or a comment. Let me know who you are so I can pray for your healing. Because I just want to say, whatever has wounded you, whatever has hurt you, and I will tell you that if you have truly forgiven that person who has hurt you, someone should be able to say that person is truly healed. They really got over that. And you should be able to think about that hurt without being touchy. You shouldn't, that wound shouldn't even hurt no more. It's still there. It's still there, but it shouldn't hurt anymore because it's been healed. Okay, maybe you do need to pray for some healing there. Maybe you do need some time to heal. Time heals all wounds, so they say. Now, that thing that has hurt you, it does not have to hold you down. You know, don't let it hold you down. And just because you forgive somebody, that doesn't mean that that thing didn't happen. It doesn't mean that you pretend that, you know, that it didn't happen. You know, there is still going to be a scar there, you know, to show that you have, you know, you've been hurt. You know, and it doesn't mean that, you know, you pretend that, you know, it didn't happen. You know, again, there's still that scar there. You know, but don't let that hold you down, because you can't let it keep you down forever. Now, if you're a Christian, you know that, amen? Now, some of you are claiming to serve the one who died for you, and you know, Jesus Christ. You know, you talking about forgiveness, talking about you have forgiven someone. I will tell you, the first person that you need to forgive is yourself. And have you fully, truly forgiven yourself? I would tell you that Satan has no power unless you give him power. And the power that there is within you. You have all the power. So just tell Satan to get thee behind me and move on. Amen. And I want you all to know today that the best things in life are on the other side of your difficulties. So once you forgive and that person that has hurt you, that once you get past that difficulty, because forgiving someone who has hurt you is the most difficult thing to me in Christianity. And that's the reason why I came at it first. Now, one thing that I will say again, is another thing, is that, you know, during my struggles, I blamed God, not just myself. You know, I blame God for allowing my first child to die, so I had to learn to forgive God, because a lot of things that happened that I thought that God shouldn't have allowed to happen, and a lot of us are dealing with a lot of guilt and you know, shame from things that we have done, and those things are just old pain, and a lot of that we need to forgive ourselves. Like I said in part 2, now I want all of you to look at the Gospel of Luke 17, where Jesus is actually saying, hey, you know, people are going to betray you. You know, things are going to happen, and you are going to stumble. You are going to fall. Those are things that are going to happen. They are going to happen. And they said, we need more faith for that. We need a little bit more faith for that. And I understand. I do. My faith was, about 5 years ago, my faith was all but gone. And I recall the verse that said, You only have to have the faith of a mustard seed. So I always hung on to that little bit. And thank God that little bit kept me alive, and it kept me moving, and it kept me thinking, and it kept me wondering, and it kept me searching for God. And I thank God for that. And I thank God for you. And I want you all to know that, again, things are going to happen, but don't let those things keep you where you are. If you stumble, get up and get moving. And if you fall, just get up, dust your feet off, and keep moving. Amen. And I pray for each and every one of you. And I hope that God gives you the faith to forgive those who have harmed you. I hope that God gives you the faith to forgive yourself. And I hope that God gives you the faith to forgive God. Thank you all for coming. Don't forget to like, share, comment, all that good stuff. This is Minister Allen. You all have a wonderful evening.